a camp in the middle of nowhere in Zambia, facing a river full of hippos.
Our 73rd country together, Yenny. You visited 73 countries with a Venezuelan passport.
That's important to clarify because it's not easy. Hey, and listen, I acknowledge the people, the Venezuelans, who have already visited every country in the world. But the real achievement will be the Venezuelan man or woman who travels to every country in the world with their Venezuelan passport. That's gonna be very complicated. Why? Oh no, it's just that my dad and I. That's going to be very complicated, the Italian one. Cheating.
So you won't get the Portuguese one. Well,
They have to go out, not us, come on. Well,
you have to show me that you're the right one so that I...
10 years is not enough for a relationship. I mean, I've earned that nationality. I love the Ducaco people, please, traveler. It's just that from Ducaco, traveler passport, I speak Portuguese. Very good, muito bem, very good.
No.
No. But seriously, I'm extremely happy to be in a place I never imagined. Listening to hippos while I wait for the little boy to make coffee with his sock.
This is the view from our room. And when we say we came to this place, the most attractive national park in Zambia for wildlife viewing is called South Luangwa or Luangwa. It's hard to pronounce it. We had to take several flights to get to Mufue Airport. We were in Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe, crossed the border into Zambia, took a flight to Lusaka, which is the capital, and then we got here. And when I was looking into it, it's crazy to stay inside the national park, the bush camp or jungle camp. I don't know how you say it in Spanish. The cheapest was $900 per person per night, so 2 nights, which is the minimum we stay in a place, would be $1,800, $3,600. No, I mean, it's not like we go to the bathroom and money comes out.
No.
So we found this camp, which is pretty rural, but it has something like full board, meaning all the meals are included.
And it also has walking safari excursions because, you know, that's how safaris are done. They were born here in Zambia, the first crazy people who said, no, we're not going out by car, we're going out on foot to do a safari, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Well, this camp, at almost $200 a night per person, isn't cheap either. But well, it does include all the activities and all the meals. So we're going to share our experience because we're really excited. Besides, they say Zambia is one of the best places in the world to see leopards, the only animal we still haven't photographed well over there. In 2023, during our first trip to South Africa, we filmed a similar wild video on our phone at night in a park, but nothing was visible. But in the previous videos, we couldn't capture spectacular shots with a leopard because we didn't go down with the camera. And that's our goal for this trip.
We start with the best part of the room, which is this little balcony with a view of the river. You can hear the hippos, and that's amazing. They also told us that about 3 days ago they saw lions around here. The animals are completely free, so you have to be very careful, especially when night falls. Well, over here we have our room. Welcome. The room is pretty simple, but it has everything you need. A bed to sleep in this case, 2 single beds. Are we going to sleep separately, honey? It's not hot, so we don't need air conditioning, but we have a fan here in case it gets warmer at night. An air conditioner. Air conditioning, we have electricity. That's also a huge luxury. There are camps that don't have electricity. Hot water. We don't know yet.
But it seems like it because there are 2 handles.
Here's the shower and the bathroom. It's spacious, simple, but again, it has everything you need. The best thing about this place is out there in nature. In fact, we're going to prepare something delicious, something special that comes from Venezuela, right? And I'm going to show you because we're going to use an ancient technique.
An ancestral one that our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents used.
And not going back that far, my grandparents used it too.
Sure, of course, but from way back exactly, like Christopher Columbus. Let's start here so we begin with the most important thing. Our suitcases for crazy travelers.
They're tough. Super tough. I mean, this has been packed to the brim. It's packed to the brim. And look at that zipper giving it all it's got. Look.
Next, we take out our suitcase organizers. Look how easy it is to have all your clothes organized. And when you arrive at your destination, you just take them out. Where's the one I need?
This honestly makes life much easier. Look at all the organizers in this suitcase. Here it is. Manuel has 3 types of organizers.
Penguin style? I don't think so. Pikachu or Pokeball style that I bought in Japan? I don't think so either.
The one that's kind of cool? No.
Girl, I won't get dirty. Another Japanese size for tiny fingers.
No, not that. I don't think so. No, but okay.
I think just a regular one. Brand new. Look, here it is. Switch. And we haven't used it yet. Alright.
Done. Should it be washed?
That's my question. I don't think so. Let's proceed. Second important item. Coffee grinder. Third and most important of all, but you already showed the first one. Which first one?
The most important one. The sock.
Of course. Alright.
There's no intrigue here. We just let everything out at once and boom. The big reveals right from the start. Boom.
The big reveals? Check this out, man, geisha honey. A kilo of this coffee in Venezuela costs about $90. In Japan, it costs about $300 a kilo of this coffee. It's produced by my buddy, Manuel Pinola. He's a real pro, seriously top-notch. We brought it from Venezuela because we can't travel. Just look at the coffees left here, not just in this batch, but anywhere in Africa. No honey, this is instant coffee. Imagine this, you guys only have chemicals. Instant coffee? What do you mean, instant coffee?
Do you know what's going on? When you enter this world, it's like, yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to get out. No coffee tastes good to you anymore. You become more stubborn, more picky. Now you have to go down with your grinder. No, you've got some kind of bougie need.
I dropped a coffee bean. We must save it.
We have to save it. We have to save it. Oh man, I saw it. Blow on it, blow on it, blow on it right there. And nothing gets lost.
We're doing mental math. Do you guys hear that magic? It sounds like we're grinding coffee. It's because we're grinding coffee.
That boy doesn't need coffee.
Imagine it's been about a week since I had a good cup of coffee because I ran out of filters. And today I told Ninita, we're in a rural area, I can't take it anymore. A sock, yeah, that's an old school method. How many times have we filtered coffee with a sock? Look, once I was camping in Merida at the Musui hot springs, and we wanted to make coffee. We had the coffee, but we didn't have a sock. One guy, he took off his sock and it had a hole. We were filtering with a bit of a foot smell and all, but it was necessary.
It was a well-used sock.
It was a used sock and it had a hole.
A hole and foot odor.
Next ultra important tool. I bought it in Japan. A base for mirroring. Normally, you grab the little cup, you put this here. You put the filter and add the coffee grounds. In this case, there is no filter. So, well,
is it gonna work or not?
I'm not sure, Nhi. I'm nervous. What's wrong with you?
Let's cut the stocking. It's too long.
It's important to wet the filter first.
The stocking.
And also wet the container underneath. In this case, it would be the cup. No.
But what a mess.
All right. This is poetry.
Oh, I think you could hear the hippopotamus in the background.
Clearly, we need to make some improvements. This was our first time improvising it in front of you. We do need to raise the average. Did you know that the hippopotamus is the deadliest animal in all of Africa? That is to say, it's the animal that it encounters with humans more than any of them.
Although it's the deadliest, most lethal animal in Africa. See you next time.
That's absolutely true. He's always right, always.
But another interesting fact about hippos is that they don't have any fat.
Uh-huh.
The whole body is pure muscle. And the hippopotamus's closest relative, guess what it is? The whale. What? Hippos don't swim either. Hippos sink and walk.
And they walk. Okay, let's try the next one. It tastes kind of average.
It tastes like your Sarah perfume.
Right, doesn't it taste like perfume?
Too much perfume.
Too much perfume.
Too much perfume.
Too much perfume.
We've lost a cup of coffee.
No, yes, it's fine, no. If I drink instant coffee, I won't drink this fancy geisha coffee. Haha.
Elephants, where are they?
Look at them.
Look at them.
I can't believe this. Look. There. I mean, the elephant ate from this branch. From this branch that's right next to our room. Look, little girl, there. And look at him still there. There, eating there.
Wow, what a moment we just experienced.
How about that? Oh,
No. I could do this my whole life. Wow. I could come to Africa every year. I never get tired of seeing animals. It's always amazing.
love, I kind of feel like crying from nerves. Do you remember?
Very sad. It's just that we already had a very crazy encounter.
Yes.
A little terrifying in South Africa with an elephant. And having a herd so close.
I mean,
It was literally right there. I mean, right there.
less than.
And you all think, oh no, elephants, no, they're not that stealthy. It's far away. How is it going to climb the hill? Yes, they're super agile. Super. They're on you in 3 seconds.
I mean, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps, 10 steps. It was here. Incredible.
This is the area where we have meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. And it also has a little terrace. Over there in the back, they make bonfires at night.
And there is the little girl by the river.
My crazies, as you know,
In this one, just like in all our trips in Africa, we've been using Holafly, the eSIM that lets us have unlimited internet in more than 200
destinations around the world. And right now, they have two things that are really special. They've kept growing and innovating. The first one is always on. It means that every time you buy an eSIM, they will give you 1 gigabyte for free, month after month. So, look, you arrive in a country, you forgot to buy the eSIM before arriving, and the airport Wi-Fi isn't working, so you activate that always on, and you'll have 1 gigabyte to manage your eSIM for that place.
Or simply, if you want to take advantage of that little gift of 1 gigabyte in a new country, you'll have it when you buy your eSIM.
And the second thing is the plans they have, which I think are really awesome. Regional plans, for example, in Europe, in more than 30 countries, you'll be able to have unlimited internet for just $3.9 a day. And with our code Dos Locos de Viaje, you'll get an additional discount before you pay. But they also have a monthly plan in all the countries they offer, which is more than 130. You'll be able to stay connected, travel between continents, travel between countries, and have unlimited internet. This plan costs $64.99, but with our code, it goes down to under $60 a month. I think that's incredible. I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video.
So let's continue with this wonderful experience, and don't forget, every time you travel, buy your Holafly eSIM.
Ready for our first safari from this camp here in Zambia? It's called Wildlife Camp. The first one will be by car, and tomorrow we'll do one on foot.
How are you?
Good. I'm fine.
And you? Good. What are we watching today?
What's on your advice list?
On my advice list there are leopards and maybe wild dogs.
Not a big problem.
Isn't it a big problem? Good.
Love, they say you're camouflaged.
We are making the official entry into South Luangwa National Park. It's $25 per person per day to enter and get to know this place. This is the most untouched national park we've ever come to for a safari.
The routes are barely marked. In fact, I was telling Ninita that I'd be scared to come on a safari on my own because you see there, yes, a road, but this road has taken about 4 turns that I already don't even know how to get back to the entrance. Look, there's like a lagoon. Look, wow, look at these chalets that are inside the national park. These are the ones I was checking out that cost between $600 and $1,000 a night.
Look at the hippopotamus over there.
My friends, we just had a pretty bittersweet experience. As you know, and if you don't know, I'll tell you. In national parks, you can't leave the main road because you'll get fined. So, this national park is pretty untouched. There isn't much patrolling. And our guide said, well, let's step out for a quick minute because the other guy, the one they call the spotter, the person who's watching, saw a leopard.
And we got closer quickly, but it didn't turn around much. We recorded it there. And Nita, little Nini, are you sad, Nini?
I'm grateful for the moment, but being so close and yet so far away is intense. I'm really grateful, honestly. One always wants more. And in that search for more, you don't take the time to be thankful for what you already have and the moment you've already been given. This is a fishing boat.
Yes.
Because the guide also said, look, I don't want to get into trouble, so I'm going to go quickly. But then he left and we couldn't record much more. And look how beautiful the sunset is over there. Let me paint over there. Huacata falling. Yes. And over here, well, the swamp with those chalets that cost $1,000 a night per person.
$2,000 a night.
We made a quick stop where they told us it was quote-unquote safe to get out of the car. And look at the number of hippos there, right there.
We got back from that safari, which was pretty spectacular, really good. And now we're going to have dinner.
Imagine the danger that could be around here. You can hear hippos, elephants pass by. Every time you leave your room or want to go to it at night, a guide accompanies you with a flashlight. There are the cars, and over there is the river. You can't see anything right now. Well, I'm heading to my room to sleep now because tomorrow I have to get up early. Good morning, my crazy travel crew. It's very early here in Zambia. It's 5:50 in the morning and we're about to go out for our walking safari. We already had some coffee, ate something, and now we're just waiting for the guide signal to get in and head to the national park. Little girl stayed there knocked out because, well, sometimes your body needs a break, and she decided to rest this time. I'm going to get up to document everything I find for you, and who knows, maybe I'll motivate someone out there watching us to come to this paradise. Wow, look at the color of the sky, it's pink. We've arrived again. Here's the national park. Over there is our guide, and there's a ranger who will be watching over us in case anything happens. Difficult. Right before starting the walk, I had taken off my sweater and they told me I had to put it back on because the white shirt I have underneath draws too much attention, and that's not good when you're doing a walking safari. What we're seeing here is hyena poop, and you can easily identify it by its white color. As you know, this animal has the second strongest jaw among land animals after crocodiles, and it's this white because they eat bones. So they don't digest all the calcium they get from the bones, and the rest that they can't process, they defecate. That's why when you see white poop, it's either from a hyena or a crocodile. But in this case, we know it's from a hyena because it's very far from the water, and since crocodiles know they're not that agile, especially when they're out of the water, they don't go far from places like rivers or ponds. So where we are right now is very far from the water. That's why we know that the poop we saw back there was from a hyena. What you see there could be called a spit or a glob of saliva from an elephant, and you can recognize it by its overall shape.
Tubular, since an elephant's jaw and teeth chew by kind of rolling up everything it eats.
And it could be that it had a little bug, a little bee or something like that. Some plants develop a defense mechanism, releasing a more acidic taste that elephants don't like, and then they spit it out. And obviously you can see that it's not completely digested. That's why they spit it out and get rid of it through their mouth and not through their backside. Now we found some little giraffes back there. I'm going to check them out with this. Look, what we see here is mud. Mud that some animals use to cool off. I mean, they bathe in mud and also use it to get rid of fleas. Literally, when an animal gets fleas or, well, ticks, they suffocate them, they smother them with a layer of mud, and once they're dead, they come to scratch themselves on these trees. So, of course, because of the height where the mud is, you could say it's an elephant. But other animals that do this are buffalo, pumba, which obviously would be much lower down, or a rhinoceros. It would also be about this height, but in this national park there are no more rhinoceroses, because they were also telling me that in Zambia hunting is legal. So what the government does to attract hunters,
which I think is terrible, and so that the wildlife doesn't go extinct, like what already happened with the rhinoceros right here.
They open hunting seasons every 4 or 5 years for 1 or 2 years.
Right now there's a hunting season since last year, and apparently it extends through this year, and then they close it again for 4 or 5 years.
And yes, you can hunt anything. In fact, the guide told me that there are 2 camps specialized for hunters, where they host people who want to kill leopards or lions, and of course they can't hunt inside the national park, only outside of it. But since none of this has fences, railings, or anything, the animals can go in and out and become victims of one of these scumbags who do it simply for status. They do it simply as a hobby, and in the end, they don't realize that they're destroying the wildlife of this place. In fact, they told us that in the 90s there were about 100,000 elephants, and today there are about 40,000. But the population has grown because 10 or 15 years ago there were 20 or 25,000. All this because of the numbers. Because of hunting. In the 90s, well, it wasn't even regulated, it was 100% legal. And then they started to regulate it a little bit.
But without losing the money that this dark world generates,
look at this interesting fact about the bush. This one you see here can only be eaten by elephants and zebras, because they have a bacteria in their stomach to digest it.
but they are not born with that bacteria.
Instead, when they are young, they have to eat their mother's poop. That's where the bacteria is, so they can acquire it and then be able to process it. Also, this plant is so tough that only these 2 animals can eat it. For a specific reason. Elephants because of their strength, and zebras because their canines are so tough that they can break it.
But not even a buffalo can eat this plant, even though they're herbivores. Look at this, it's so cool.
At the camp, they have a kind of hide they set up because there's a well nearby. And when the elephants come, you can see them up close. In fact, the elephants are here.
There. Wow, with chairs and everything.
And look how close. Look. Keep watching. You can actually see it. Wow. This is the VIP area. I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see it better. Look at this beauty. The elephant with the monkeys. This one is close, but look at those over there. How impressive. No, honestly, I love this place. Great price. And a pretty close contact
With the wildlife.
Look at the number of cars there are because apparently there's a leopard around, but unfortunately we can't see it. It hid. La maleza. We're hearing the leopards, but they're really close. You can hear them roar, right? I'm in Rujin.
But we still haven't managed to see it yet.
My friends, so close yet so far. We can't manage to see the leopards, and I think that's also what a safari is about, right? Otherwise, it'd be a zoo where you're guaranteed to see the animal. We heard the roar, I think that's what it's called, but it's really close. In fact, we saw it move a little bit, but no, we couldn't get it on camera. The brush was too tall.
And well, tomorrow we have one last safari left in this national park called South Luangwa, and then we're heading to our next country. So we're keeping our fingers crossed to have that sighting we've been dreaming of. In the meantime, they're going to give us some drinks here. There's Niñita over there, and the river is over there. The hippos are coming out of the water at this hour, and we're feeling really hungover. How's it going?
Honestly, right now I feel more frustrated about what happened yesterday. We were so close. There was like, a minute, 2 minutes left to finally make it happen.
Yes, it's a river. It's a river. We have that debate about it. The guide should have stayed a little longer so the leopard would turn around.
He didn't have to do it, and we couldn't ask him to do that either. I mean, if he didn't do it, it was like, okay, we'll just make the most of it. And I feel like we weren't really going off the road, nor were we making a new path. It was a place that didn't even have any grain, but well, we'll have our moment. Maybe it won't be here in Zambia. What I do know is that we'll keep going on safari because one day we'll have that photo to show off.
Wow, look at the hippos making noise over there. Well, there they are.
How I sum up this moment. The guide tells us, get on quickly, and I do nothing. A hippo comes running after us, and we have to get on and save ourselves. And I climbed up like this. I mean, in less than a second, I was already in the car.
Are you a climber?
I mean, I honestly said, Valerie, would you survive in the jungle? And then the guide says no. We just saw a leopard walking very close to the shore, and we started rolling really fast toward the leopard, so we had an amazing moment with the leopard. Unfortunately, we couldn't take pictures. There are a couple of videos recorded with the phone. I don't know if the little boy got anything with the camera.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I think something turned out well. Cool, but because of the light, it's really hard. You'd need a really expensive camera with an amazing sensor to be able to capture it. At this hour, nature just gave us another amazing moment with leopards, but I think it's giving us a clear message. Enjoy it yourselves. I'm not going to let you photograph the leopard. I'm not going to give you the shot you want. For now, it's just something that stays in our hearts. We chased that amazing moment for about 5 minutes.
5?
We chased it for 6 or 7 minutes, right? We kept trying to get closer. We saw a leopard. We achieved our goal yesterday, and today we've seen leopards, so thank you.
We have one more safari tomorrow morning.
And we still have to scratch that itch to get a good photo, a good video. But again, we have to be grateful. We have to appreciate what we have. Something that Atrida, a traveler who was with us in Namibia, taught us. Complaints bring more complaints, and it's true. And gratitude brings wonderful things, so let's be grateful so that wonderful things keep happening to us. Amen, and let's learn to avoid complaining. Of course, it's hard. We're so used to complaining about everything and more. If you live in Venezuela, it's very easy. They just hand it to you. It's a piece of cake, but, well, we have to learn to be better people, to also have a better country, and to be grateful.
Bye then. And guys, last day, last safari.
We stopped to look at a lot of birds because we were a bit hopeless, and suddenly we saw some cars moving. They asked, "The leopard hiding again?" We're right in front of where he is, but he's in there in a bush and we can't see anything. We're waiting here with a bunch of cars to see if he shows up.
The rascal tries to stay backlit, and he's really well hidden. It's like he's saying, I'm going to make it hard for you. You want a photo of me? Suffer.
We've been here for about half an hour, and there it is. There it is. I don't know if you can see it, moving just a little bit. There it is.
We did it. We achieved our goals. We did it. Whew.
Wow.
I feel like my heart is racing really. What a moment. Just like we asked for. No, even better than we asked for. The universe gave it to us.
I mean, just imagine it was so close that at one point I had to grab my phone because with the camera you couldn't see it with the zoom it had. I mean,
It's not the same. I wanted to photograph its eyes, honey-colored, and when we had it so close, I said, no, because, no, I have to live this moment. And unfortunately, I can't trust my memory too much because I feel like there are things that you just can't relive the same way. And that's what a photo allows you to do, to see the moment and say, wow, I was really there. But nothing compares to living it in the moment. And there are things that have to stay in the present.
and that's it. Incredible. If you want to see leopards, look, in the 3 safaris we did, we saw leopards in all 3 safaris. Or, well, leopard in the singular, because we always saw one, even though they told us that yesterday there were 3.
I felt it in my open mouth.
There are just too many hippos. I mean, look at the number of hippos. All that you see there are like 40 hippos. And this whole river is full of hippos.
If you want to see hippos, leopards,
Elephants.
lots of elephants, lots of them.
Impala.
Impalas, baboons, puku, which is like antelope endemic to this area, very similar to the impala, the one we just showed you after seeing that leopard. No, that's incredible.
The day I earn a living doing this.
Wow. What a moment. And look, the craziest thing is that today we decided to stay one more night at the camp, but without going out. And I was saying this morning, can you imagine if we don't see the leopard this morning? Then my hands will be itching to go on the afternoon safari too, to try to find it. But we have so much work piled up that we decided to stop and stay working on the computer. And I think with this sighting, well, it was...
Thank you, incredible.
His level is the...
I can believe it.
How beautiful. Fan of seagull.
I'm processing. I feel very, very grateful.
Now we're going to have our coffee over there and then go back to camp to eat and work.
Thank you for making it this far, by the way. Thank you for following us. If you don't follow us, please do. We will keep sharing with you from beautiful places, not only around the world, but also from Venezuela, which is our beloved country. And thanks to your support, we've been able to do amazing things because this is such a beautiful source of motivation for us. A community that we've worked so hard for and that supports us, sending us really lovely messages. So thank you. Thank you.
My friends, after 4 days in this beautiful place, this video and, well, our visit to Zambia have come to an end.
We decided to come here to try to see leopards, and we didn't see them just once or twice, but all 3 times we went on safari. We saw leopards, we're super grateful. We feel like we have a direct line to heaven, to God, and every time we ask for something, it doesn't happen. So we're blessed in that way. Honestly, we really love what we do, and I hope we've been able to share at least a little bit of all our excitement with you, so that you get inspired to go on safaris. I swear, it's one of the best things you can do in life.
And just like Ninita mentioned, if you want something, ask for it with a lot of faith, work for it, and without a doubt, sooner or later, the universe will make it happen for you. Don't you think it's as simple as just asking for things and getting them? We've been going on safaris for 3 years until we finally had that close encounter with the leopard. Because they're usually alone, and all 3 times we saw one, it was by itself. It was just one, although it's only more than one when it's a female with her cubs. But honestly, now we are truly grateful to life, to nature, to this camp, and to everything that happened so we could have those wonderful encounters.
Mom, I was going to say mom, but I just got totally stuck here.
Mom, Africa?
Well, no, but I don't know. I'm not getting my words out very well. We still have many more adventures left on this continent, so keep watching our channel because more travel content from Africa is coming.
Subscribe, don't forget to comment what you thought and if there's any country that really caught your attention. In Africa, we still have at least 2 or 3 more countries that are new to us, so stay tuned because what's coming is Africa.
Oh,